I got the opportunity to meet Larry my senior year. It was second semester. I was enrolled in a class called Baseball Lit with Mr. Lauer as a teacher, and there was another Baseball Lit section taught by Mr. Hodomarski, and they were constantly having guest speakers, and I said, why can't we have guest speakers? So I went home later that night and made up an email address for Mr. Dolan and crossed my fingers and hoped it worked out. And actually I got a response later that night. I never expected a response that quickly. And so Larry Dolan was able to come down and speak to the class. He gave a speech and then everyone was able to ask him some questions, and it was truly a great experience. It made my class, it was a great year, and we really enjoyed it, and I know that everyone else in the class enjoyed it.
The students were quite at ease because Larry made them feel at ease, and I would say it was almost like an uncle-nephew relationship that he had with those students. They were beaming. We didn't have enough time. We could have spent several hours asking Larry questions, and I'm sure if he could have stayed that long, he would have. He was very happy to be back on campus.
He loves baseball, has always loved baseball, so for him to go back and talk about reading and baseball, and I'm sure he brings in the Civil War and politics into his speeches. I envy those students because I know they're getting somebody who really loves what he's teaching.
Every time we've ever asked him, he has shown up. When he came last time, Father Murphy, our president, came in and gave him jersey number 50, Ignatius, for being the class of 1950. The one time he came and talked to us, I think he's leaving for Egypt the next day, and he fit us into his schedule. But I'd say a very generous guy.
He, I think, enjoyed the experience even more so than the students, and I could see how excited he was to share his background and his role as owner with these very eager baseball literature students.
One thing Larry said that I was really impressed by, his most favorite things to do is to come and talk to the students. And I think that made the students feel great and felt important, and that was a great thing to do.
One lesson that I remember him saying in particular was formal education can make you a living, but I think he said self-education can make you a fortune.
Putting others before himself is something that I've always seen him do, and really to see a guy who has achieved so much, and that most of the people watching this video really don't understand how much he's achieved because he is always putting others first. But that's what he would do. He would want to make a difference and then move on and never want the spotlight on him. When you would meet somebody who had an interaction with my father, that's when we could see as kids that we had a father that was really making a difference in people's lives.